everywhere I go, it's kingdom come. Dad gum, my inheritance so long that it causes conundrums. Wanna understand what I stand on? Yo, it's a brain blast, Jimmy Neutron, yeah. Don't need a mic to drop it, don't need the space to rock it. Don't gotta click the copy, I got it. They call me a pastor prophet, a prophet. I can't knock it, I can't stop it.
To the right.
Hey.
To the left.
Okay.
Right there. It's the creators coming for your ear. Live on Zoom here in Tucson. It's at the end. We just begun. We come up with the dope topics. If it's too hot, we won't drop it. Yeah. People show our whole won't last. 6 episodes and we have enough last. Woo. It's the creators.
Okay.
Oh my.
Okay.
Hey, what's good? It's your boy AJ, the swaggy one. You just turned it off. You should press the button. Oh.
What happened?
Wait.
You're still here? He said,
The swaggy one, right? Okay. I'll feel the swaggy one.
Okay.
That wasn't smooth.
The screen just went blank. I'm like, what are you doing? All right, so scratch that.
Oh my God. That was great. That was great.
Yo, so like I said, it's AJ the swaggy one. Mariah, who's on fire. Camille, who needs a chill pill. Psych! Just keeping it real. Coach me, you feel me? And Seth, who else? What we do is the creators coming with it. Yeah, you feel it, right? You feel it. So today's episode, we talk about creatively expressing the negative emotions. You know what I'm saying? So without no further ado, Coach me. Up to you.
Okay, and grab. So, thank you again for our little segment of What's AJ Got to Say Today? It's a thing, y'all. It's a thing.
oh my gosh.
So, yeah, we are here. Today's topic is creatively expressing and releasing negative emotion. So, without further ado, we're about to just dive into this thing because, you know.
You better sing that.
Look. We said we was releasing negative emotions, not Trey Songz emotions.
Look, I saw opportunity, so I had to take it.
Touche. Ain't nobody mad at you.
Run.
All right, so Seth, why don't you kick us off for tonight?
Kick us off?
Yeah.
With what?
Well, we're creatively expressing and releasing negative emotions. So what does that look like for you?
What does that look like for me? Man, well, I mean, that's easy. No, I mean, because so I've been writing for a long time, but the moment, I tell you, like the moment that I realized that I can use my craft as far as writing music to express some emotions, I was straight. But yeah, no, it actually kind of got scary at that point as well, because I was like, okay, like what songs can I write freely to really express my emotions, and which songs do I share with other people? You know what I'm saying? Like I've been written some stuff that I was like, ooh, okay, that's that wouldn't really fly in the church for real. You know, I mean, even though I'm being real and authentic, I'm like, I don't know if I can get away with that. but you know, because like, I mean, the music that I do write, that I do share with people that are authentic to how, like, just some of the stuff I'm going through, I think there's a difference between being authentic and just edgy for the sake of being edgy. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, because that's the thing, being real to a lot of people is edgy. So yeah, but yeah, no, but I've definitely gotten through some stuff just by writing. And what I realized is a lot of the music that I write, low key, is kind of prophetic in a lot of different ways. But I can expand that a little bit later, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, so like real quick though, like what art is it that you use? Like you said, you write like.
Yeah, I write. So I do hip hop. So I rap, and so I write with tracks. And sometimes I don't. But yeah, so I do hip hop. So.
Okay, dope. That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, Camille, what you got for me? Cause like I know you over there be cooking up something all the time. She like the creative chef over there in the kitchen, just.
I'm always doing something creative. I'm like a little bit of a mastermind. No.
Okay, she's got a little bit of a mastermind, like a little bit.
So let me tell you. So my way of really like releasing, I love creating things. I like to bling things out. I like to like, I'll look at something and be like, yep, I'm doing it today. I'm just so boom, boom, boom. But my one thing that I really love to do is cook. I love to cook. Anybody that knows me knows I know how to. Anybody who knows me knows that I like to bring a presentation. There's something in
Say that again. Look.
That I love. Like, I like to make sure my food looks good. I like to make sure your food looks good. Like, there's something that just fills my heart about cooking, and it gives me the utterly amounts of peace. Like,
I must not know you very well, because I don't think you cooked for me yet. Sorry, what?
Look, there's a few people. There's a few people who would say the same thing.
Right.
But we'll work on it. 2021, here we come.
Right.
We'll start earlier than that. Look, we'll start earlier than that. What you start now is what you'll do later. So
November 25th. November 25th.
So tomorrow? That's what I heard.
So
tomorrow?
Tomorrow. You tried
it.
I'm like, did I miss something? She makes some food tomorrow.
Oh, so we're all coming over to your place.
So
right.
What you're saying is
no. See how black people do you? They invite you. All of a sudden, a family barbecue just happened, just out of nowhere, just all of a sudden. What? A picnic? Okay.
We'll be there at 6, but really that means 8.
Right.
Right.
Oh, let me tell you about this crew in time. No. So yeah, I really love cooking, and I love like taking my time to make it pretty. Like, I just love it, and I think that there's a certain, not only is there like a thing it does for me, but I think that every time that you cook with love, that love is transferred. And we'll get into it a little later about how psychologically food and love are connected. But
okay,
we're gonna move over to the shares to let them do what they do, how they do when they do it.
Okay.
All right, I guess I'll just go. And everybody who's on live, go ahead and drop in the comments how you guys release your creativity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, we want to hear from you.
Hold on. Wait. Because you just gave that live plug. I got to give shout outs because I got people on saying what's up. So, hey, cousin.
Yeah.
Dear
What's up, girl?
And Noemi, how you doing, girl? Hey. All right. Go ahead, Mariah.
My cheese is on too. I call her Mighty. Hey, girl.
Can I go now?
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead, sorry.
Right.
When shadows get real. Okay.
Right.
So, like, one of the ways that I release my negative energy and frustrations into creativity, it's not really creative to other people's ears, but in my ears it is. So sometimes I'll just go, like, I'll sit in the corner by myself and then I'll just start singing. I'll play some music, some gospel music or something, and then I'll just start singing with it. It's not that bad. But another thing that I do is, I started back writing again.
Yeah.
And
nice.
So, I've been writing, and like I didn't know that you can feel a lot when you write. Because I just forgot how good it feels when you write everything down. I forgot completely.
Oh yeah.
So I agree. I
started doing it within like a minute and a half or 2 minutes. I don't even know about how long it takes, but I just started calming down and feeling a lot better and stuff. So yeah, that's one of the main things that I do. I started another thing is I'll go exercise, like go walking, and like for some reason every time I go walking for like a long period of time, like it's like all of that energy that I could have used just sitting there pouting, I just released it walking and making myself feel like I'm actually doing something with my life. So
Yeah.
Oh, in Tucson heat, yeah. Let me tell you, I'm out there walking up the hill and stuff. It's like around 11 o'clock in the morning. It's like the sun is starting to just beam down.
You can't afford to be walking around mad in Tucson.
What?
Right.
You die by the time you see the car mad. Ugh.
I'm done.
Well, one for real. Well, it all depends on what mood I am, but generally, one creative one is like I like to try on my different type of clothes I have and just model for myself. It just makes me feel good. You know, I'm like, oh, I look nice in this.
Oh my God.
You start modeling.
Another real big thing that I do is like if I'm by myself, I have a whole concert. Like I'm like performing somewhere by myself out loud. I'm singing songs.
Yeah.
If it got real and I'm like in the middle of a concert for real and I'm about to go take a shower, it just got amplified in the shower. It's like that's like my favorite thing to do. Just have a whole concert. So like what I do is I picture myself back in high school all of a sudden because I can't sing, but like all of a sudden I got the singing voice and I'm like I'm in high school and I'm like at the lunch table just singing and it was just like, and like, oh my God, you can sing. I'm like, yeah, you know, I like so, it just makes me feel good. It's like I'm just turn back time. Like I was a singer in high school, but you know, other than that, you know, I dance and like Seth, you know, write music and stuff like that. But my favorite thing to do is just to have concerts at home. Sometimes the kids join in. I got them on the piano or the drums. I was like, let's go. We could hit this session up. And then we just go ham. I'm singing, they singing, we going ham. Got the strobe light. By the end of the day, everybody tired of having this whole concert. We said, thank you. You know, if you like the show, go ahead and cash out us. And then I cash out myself.
Did he just hit the
Oh, man.
You know, like,
oh
I
my
take
God.
Money.
Please.
Okay.
And I'll say, oh, my bag, they send it back. And then they send it back like they just sent it to me. So it's like the whole vibe is just like that. So that's what I do creatively to express that.
Right. I've definitely done that concert thing before plenty of times for sure.
But
I'm guilty of that one.
I think like, at least for me, whenever I be in my moods or whatever, and I'm like, oh man, I'm mad. I think like one of the biggest things that I love doing is coloring. I don't know what it is about them coloring books, but like getting them colored pencils and being all extra like decisive on where I'm and how I'm gonna color it, and then I gotta outline it first.
Inside the lines?
Yes, inside the lines.
Sure, some people
That's the only time. That's the only time I'm inside the lines is when I got my coloring books. Outside of that, I'm like, let's go, we everywhere. But coloring and painting too. Oh my gosh, I love painting. Something about just throwing paint around on a canvas, especially when you're mad, just make you feel better.
Just like that.
I need to create some abstract art too. Yes.
We need to have a paint party. That actually sounds fun because I'm like, I keep seeing like, I don't know, something about painting and just like throwing paint around is always just so relaxing. Yeah. Now, the one thing I'm determined to try is like painting and dancing because obviously I love dancing, but like I just I want to be able to just like.
You giving ideas? You better start a challenge. Hashtag it, girl.
It's
Hashtag paint and dance challenge.
Y'all go see this whole paint dance challenge because I'm like, I just being mad and just start like dancing and you just throwing paint everywhere at the same time. Like, yeah. So painting, coloring, colors. What'd you say, AJ?
Dancing with paint is not easy.
No, it's not. It is not. I be thinking I'm Picasso, and then I look at it and I'm like, this look like. We ain't even gonna say what it look like. It just be looking scary one by the time I'm done with whatever I painted. Sometimes I come out with good stuff, but other times like it's kind of scary.
I mean, every time I do something, it's like it's magical. So I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm just saying.
Look,
it's freaking amazing.
That moment when Manny's in the background and he said, "That's a lie."
Right. Look,
Like,
Seth always knows who he belongs to because he walks like he owns the place. Okay. He's
Look.
like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm magic, honey.
I'm like,
That's
right.
everything I touch is like freaking.
Right. So I think I know Noemi, she posted up, she said that she likes to use sign language. And
Yes.
I love sign language,
Oh,
guys.
nice.
Sign language is dope. Like, dude, like, oh my gosh. So I took a sign language in high school, and I remember like they always said like whenever people are signing and they start like really moving their hands like that, that's when they're mad, you know? So like whenever deaf
Oh.
people, when they start like really signing, like it starts getting intense, and you're like, dude, like they are screaming right now. Like it's crazy. But I love sign language. Sign language is such a beautiful
I
language.
laugh.
I know,
Sign
but
language
That is so. I'll be like, oh, they game banging. They game banging.
Oh Lord.
you're so extra.
Right.
Oh my
Anyway.
God. I think my best friend, she actually does sign language because her niece is deaf. So nevertheless, like, but so I used to go to church camp, but nevertheless, like when you have people who have what the world calls like an impairment, you know, I realize that it's an absolute gift for real.
Yes.
Because the people that can't see or the people that can't hear or the people can't walk, like we can learn so much more from them because we kind of like have everything served on a platter to us, you know, and they walk in like what people consider to be adversity, but the way they hear life, if they can't see, the way they see life and can't hear, like it's magnified. It's such a beautiful thing. It's like the energy and the spirit that comes from the gifts that they have, it's amazing. It's amazing for real.
Yeah. I remember I forget what city I was in. Well, I mean, there's a lot of different cities, but I want to say I was in LA, and I was looking at some graffiti on the wall, and like, you know, when you're like you're younger, like, you know, that it's technically against a lot of like vandalized property, all kind of stuff, and you kind of like, I was like, man, like why people do that? But I kind of sat back for a second. I was like, this is actually kind of cool, like because what I started to realize is that it wasn't just spray paint on the wall. That was somebody's emotion kind of splattering out. Not splatter, but maybe, you know, like it just kind of came out, and it just so happened to come on that wall. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so like, but at the same time, you know, like some of the stuff that they be or graffiti and whatever, like can look real crazy at the same time. It's not always like a pretty picture, but that's the way it looks sometimes in like where our art comes from, or our creativity comes from. It's like sometimes it's coming from a dark place, and sometimes it's coming from a more bright place, whatever. But I was like, it is crazy. Like you can literally walk down the street and see somebody's emotions just like kind of just canvassed on the wall or whatever. It's like, yo, that's kind of crazy. And then even, you know, you can hear people's emotions, you know, through their music. Like you can literally walk down a street and then you like downtown area or whatever, and hear like music and on the wall, and like, and just even the designs of the buildings, whatever. It's just everywhere. It's everywhere. So it really is a part of our design is to like our part, like literally part of our design is to design. Facts. You know, part of our creation is to create. You know, it is crazy how that works, and I think that's such a cool thing, and such a cool gift that God gave us, that we can actually cultivate and create stuff too, just like He did. So that's really cool to me.
Yeah, no, that's dope. I like that. Because, oh man, that just got me thinking. Like, art is such like a powerful tool. Like, I don't like when you think about art and just all the things that like encompassed with it. It's like when you're happy, it's like you have your happy dance. When you're sad, like you can like your body can give you so many different movements to like express an emotion. And it's like even whenever you're writing things, like there's so many different things that can come out when you're writing. Because like Mariah, whenever you write, like give us an example of something that you've written like while you were like sad or frustrated.
Like like whenever I feel like I'm like not living up to my potential, like if I just feel like I'm just not doing like good enough, like if I'm like I can't talk, when I'm not feeling good enough, like whether it's because like since I've started like all this extra stuff on my plate, it's like I barely been able to spend time with my babies, and so it just give me that guilty feeling because I'm like forever gone. And so it's like, okay, well, they're gonna hate me because they barely see me now. So when I write, all that is in there. And I have my one coworker when she was reading, she was crying, and I'm like,
dang.
Oh, wow.
I didn't mean to make anybody cry. He wasn't supposed to read that, but
Right. That's crazy.
like when I write, I don't want people to read it. Like it's like something that stays in my personal notebook away from like everything else.
But that's when you know you got something good. Is that like when you're able to communicate what you're feeling, and then either because people are always gonna have two reactions to art. Either they're gonna be able to tap in and relate to what you're feeling, or it's gonna set something off in them that kind of makes them maybe not have the same feeling that you did, but kind of help them get to a place in their own selves. But if someone looks at a painting and looks at it, it's kind of like, I didn't get nothing from this, or I got nothing from this song. And like not everything is for everybody, but it just like when you're able to open or shake somebody else's emotions, that's when you know you got something good. But that's the other thing about, like, there's actually kind of a responsibility that we have whenever we do create something, because it's not always about singing and writing and painting. Whatever, like Camille, you mentioned, like you cook. Like there's a certain responsibility that we have when we do create things. You know what I'm saying? Because like the Bible says that, like, there's how there's men or humans that invent ways to do evil. You know what I'm saying? They literally invent ways to do evil. Yeah. So it's like we got to be careful about what we're actually putting out there in the atmosphere or in the earth realm or whatever. So it's like, because I know, for example, I mean, I respect Eminem, like in the sense of his lyricism. I mean, he's an incredible artist, but it's like when I listen when I've heard some of his stuff, it's like, because he'll bring you to that emotional place for real. Like, he knows how to do that. But it's just like sometimes he'll kind of abandon you there with no resolve.
Facts.
And a lot of the reason is because he hasn't resolved it himself. So it's just like, I mean, you're not responsible for everything. People listen to whatever, all kind of stuff. But it's just like, but there is a certain responsibility that you do have as far as influence. So yeah.
Most definitely. So like,
yeah.
I'm super curious, Camille. Like, I don't know why this question has like been on my head for a minute, but like, I just want to know, like, what type of meals do you cook, like, based on your mood? Because, like, you know how, like, we get, like, moody, like, we be, like, moody eating, and, you be mad. Like, whenever you, like, be, like, frustrated and trying to, like, express how you feeling, like, what do you cook? Because I know, like, even with that, like, if somebody else was to eat it, though you may have been frustrated, like, it's almost like the emotion that you were feeling that you released, and they're sitting over here, like, they're delighted while they're eating whatever it is that you made while you was mad. That's a
good point.
Yeah, come on, give me some.
Okay, because some people just deny themselves of food, period, when they mad, okay? Or when they sad, or when they angry, okay? Not me, sis. But, so, what do I cook? Wow, a buffet. That's what happened.
A buffet. Not a buffet, but a buffet.
A buffet. Because at the end of the day, so I remember like if there's something really weighed on my heart, or if I am thinking too hard and I release, like, I'm only me in the house. One day, let me tell you how my list went. I made smothered turkey wings. Okay. I made macaroni and cheese. I made cabbage and greens mixed together. I made yams. I made cornbread. I think that day, I might even made red beans and rice. I don't even remember. I just don't. But at the end of the day, by the time, I think I left it at the yams and the cornbread. And then I turned around and I made a cake. And then I turned around and I don't drink Kool-Aid, right? So something gotta be wrong.
Help us, Jesus.
Oh, wow.
That day I remember making Kool-Aid, and I remember making the cherry mixed with the lemonade. Now let me tell you, if you ain't had that in your life, remix it and get it right, okay? And you must add lemons to it, okay?
Look.
So, nevertheless, like I go extreme, I go off, okay, when I cook, and it could be anything. Like so, yeah, like if I make real heavy big meals like that, probably feeling some type of way. And then recently I got into like, making vegan options or making vegetarian options for myself as well. And that I just got real cute with it. Like I was just in the spirit of just cooking and just loving what I do, because I love to cook, y'all. Like I love to, and I like trying different things. But yeah, I mean, it could be anything. It could be anywhere from Thai ramen if I'm really feeling some type of way,
Yeah,
all the way up to Thanksgiving dinner on Wednesday.
So,
all right. So Wednesdays are the days we're going over there.
like
like before or after, or maybe during Bible study. We can just kind of go over there,
right?
Bible study, Thanksgiving at the same time. We can bring plastic plates.
Just mobily ushering plates to people's houses. That's
what
it.
kind of soda do you like? What kind of soda do you like? We can bring the Sprites.
Y'all think I'm playing, but I've on a number of occasions was like, I'm selling these plates. Like, I feel like I like cooking and I can't eat it all. I end up sharing it, you know what I'm saying? Or taking it for work for the week or meal prepping or however, but I love to cook, so pull up.
So the best time to be around you is when you salty and in your feelings. That's what you said.
That's easy. I could just call it.
So yeah, okay. But I just know that you like that. I mean, boy, grub. Those I say. Oh,
look, you call me if you feeling emotional.
Y'all are funny. Oh my gosh.
I got you.
Look, if y'all sad, look, let me make a meal for you. I promise you that leaven will transfer over.
Look, stop playing because I'm getting hungry.
Right.
So
yeah.
So I don't know, like as we're talking, I'm just kind of like thinking, at least for myself, just like some situations that I know, like it was like a really bad situation for me. And I was like, okay, like I need to do something different. And like in that situation, I was sitting there like, okay, it's like you talk to people, but that don't do nothing. And then it's like you get to that place where you almost want to get into that, like you get depressed almost. It's like you get depressed and you're dealing with like really bad anxiety. And you're just in that place where you're like, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't really trust anybody right now to talk to anybody. I don't necessarily want to, talk to God all the time either. But, obviously that's one of the most important things that we can do is talk to God whenever we're in those places. But I know, like, for me, just when I tell you that the escape that I had in that place was just my creativity. It was the gifts that God gave me. And so in those moments when I was so overwhelmed, when I was so frustrated, when I was fighting depression, I was like, all right, like I said, I love the coloring books. I grabbed the coloring books and me and the coloring books went in. And that was like just every stroke, like every time I changed the color pencil, it just kind of made me feel better. It's like I felt a release in that moment. And then I know, like with dancing, AJ, I've seen you go in on some frustration in your dancing. Like, I don't know, just go ahead and talk to us a little bit about that, because like I have legit seen you like have like all these emotions in your dancing, but I've seen you release them like that, and I'm like, bruh. And at the same time, like everybody's like getting freed because you out there. Was it Oceans is your release song. Look, as every time he be hitting that spin on Oceans, and then everybody be out on the floor, he done got released from all the stuff he was dealing with. Come on, talk to us, bro.
That's how emotional until you pass out.
Right.
I mean, with dance, it's like with it, because y'all know I got that tattoo that says dance to express, not to impress. Because like I genuinely feel that. It's like no matter what, even for those who claim they don't have rhythm and all that, like I guarantee it's just dancing. Even if you can't dance, it's just there's something about when you get that the right beat, the right song that's talking about how you feeling, you can't help but move to it. And like for me, like I said, it's like there's a couple songs, but Oceans is definitely one of the ones that's like it's like for me, it's like there's the two oceans. There's the oceans by United Hillsong, and then there's the one with the KB. So both of the songs is like, it's like God was like, this is for AJ. I'm gonna have KB do a remix to it.
Right.
Okay. It's like, because the oceans, it's more of the calming song for me. It's like me when I'm in a sad place, or I'm feeling lost. So I dance to that, and so I'm always dancing smooth to it. And then they have that one break in it where I can get aggressive, but not always like I'm fighting to talk about it, but then don't. And then with KB's version, it has all the hits and bass that I need for me to get the aggression out. It's like, for me with dancing, it's like every dance, no matter what move you got, whatever you know, there's any dance, there's a dance move for whatever motion you have. It's like for me personally, like crumping, if you got a whole bunch of just look at crump. It's not about a dance technique. Like what Tie-Dye said, it's like it's a praise dance. Because they said when people was actually, when they first came out with it, it was like, why are you crumping in church? He's like, this is what it's for. It's like for us to release what we feeling, this anger that we're feeling. So crumping, even if you don't know how to crump, it's just the whole movement of throwing off the anger is what it's almost about. It's like throwing it off of your aggression, let you know I'm done with it. For me, another dance move is like gliding. To me, gliding is more like sailing. Like it's like, okay, I'm in a good space now, so I'm just it's like I'm in a good space, so I'm gliding. I'm just sailing through calm waters, no rough seas, just calm waters. I'm just gliding through stuff, and then it's like another style that I really love more, because I'm a hip hop dancer, but a style that I really love to do is modern dance. And with modern dance, it's more in touch with the feelings. It's like how to describe it? It's like
I want to know if he do the Cabbage Patch.
That's when I'm happy. I do my 90 dances when I'm happy.
To the Roger Rabbit.
I get to roll all that when I'm in a happy place. But yeah, I'm just, dance is the best way to express. Like every other creative styles out there is great, but for those who really love music, if you don't write music but you love listening to music, I recommend just dance to it as well. I guarantee you're just listening to it gives you a good release, but when you move with it, it's like you opened yourself up even more to the release what you're trying to release. So
dancing does something. Letting your hair down, letting it go, does something to you. Just let it all go. Be free.
You don't have to know how to dance. Sometimes it's just being able to move, and like again, that was grimy, but your body tends to give you the movements for what you're feeling in that moment, even if you don't have rhythm or you don't know how to dance. And then I wanted to throw out there too that crump stands for Kingdom Radically Uplifted Mighty Praise. For all of you who felt some type of way or feel some type of way about crumping in church, it is a way to release and praise and worship God. That is what it was for. Now, clowning, that is the street, we battling, we, crap talking all up in your face with dancing. So there is a difference. Crumping was intended for church, clowning for the streets. So I just want to throw that out there so there's no confusion.
So, I mean, like, just the definition of dance is just what movement, right? Like, just simple movement. Because, because we said, like, well, if you can't dance, it's like, no, if you can move, if you can vibe, then you're dancing. Moving
rhythmically to music, typically following a set sequence of steps. Is the definition of dance. I was
like, shoot, in that case, you can dance in a wheelchair. There ain't no excuse.
Right.
All you gotta do is,
because I seen a few get down. Hey, I seen a few get down.
In the ballet studio, we have a lot of people in wheelchairs who actually come in there and do ballet. So.
And they be killing it, yo.
Right. Exactly.
Arms, boy, I'm like, what?
They got
just making a whole. We gonna have a smoothment dance party.
Look, we about to have a movement right now, actually.
There's multiple ways that you all can.
What time is it?
It's time movement time. Hey, sorry. Mariah was all in the middle of her statement too. But so real quick, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and post them up in the Facebook Live on the chat right now so we can answer them. But before we answer the questions, we are going to actually turn it over to Seth Music right here, who is going to do a little some creative for us tonight in the segments, the movements, because it's a smooth right.
So I just wrote like a little something about being creative. So please forgive me. I'm gonna read off my phone here because it's still a little fresh, but here it is. What is a man without the creative bone? What is life without the ability to grow? Would it end just as suddenly as it began? In the book of creation, God cultivated, perfected, and rested on what he ran. Through his voice, he painted the skies, the seas, and the land. His wisdom rhythmed, his vision written. Earth and the stars to this day together. Earth and the stars to this day together as a ribbon praise him for their admission. So here we are, you and I, bearing the signature image of this God exploding with color and awe. What are we if we don't produce creation like him who made us out of raw, lovely imagination? And so the point of that is like, it's like if we don't create something, if we don't move through this life adding on to what's already there, you kind of utilizing the resources, and that can look like anything, then it's like we're missing out on life, literally. You know, because I believe that God created everybody to create something. You know, because the fact is, we actually can't subtract anything that's already been put into motion by God. So if you can't subtract anything, you might as well add. Because if you don't do anything, then it just like there's something that came to my mind years ago, and this is more directed towards men, but I mean it can go for anybody as well, for women as well. But I said, if a man doesn't build, he will dig. And so what that means is like, build the thing, whatever that might be, that God called you to. Because if you don't, then all of your gifts and all of your wisdom and even your emotions will be buried, versus being erected up for people to see and for people to be blessed by it. So yeah.
That's good.
Wow.
All right, guys. Scale 1 to 10. What do y'all think?
About what?
I'm just messing.
Oh, we're rating this time? Hold on, let me go back. I messed up a little bit. Hold on.
Oh, okay. So that presents a question, right? So you almost made me get high because I was almost about to do like, it's a what? It's a what? Smooth.
What?
It's a what? Smooth, man. Okay. But other than that, like, what would you guys, like, if God didn't put the gift that we all have, because that's what a gift is, something that we have the natural anything to do, the ability to do. And then there's talents, right? But what would you want if you didn't have the gift that you had to release negative emotion, what would you do?
Implode.
What do you feel? Well, duh. But what other thing that you don't really kind of like, you don't really expound on, like there's something that you may dabble or look at and be like, if I could do that, Dad would do it. Like, what would it be?
Dang, that's a good question. what would it be? Honestly, like, hold on. So, because you asked 2 questions. The first question was, like, what would happen if you didn't have, like, what you had? So, I know for me, I am like a very just creative person in general. And so like I do a lot. I like to do a lot. I try stuff and I'm good at it type thing, you know, for the most part. So like if I didn't have that, I feel like life would just kind of be boring because like what's life without creativity? Like
Facts.
Like I guess I
Like
can wear like
that
all
meme.
black.
It said,
Like it's like, oh, I'm just gonna put on like, you know, I'm just gonna wear like one color all the time. I don't know. Because even like you have people that are creative and they're like, oh, I didn't know I was creative. Like, have you realized there's some people that are creative and don't even realize they're creative?
Everyone's creative.
That is like, like, and creativity doesn't just come in the form of art. It also comes in the form of, like I said, cooking. It comes in the form of
carving.
Carving, science,
shoemaking,
all types of things. Like there's creative math. Math is creative. Yes.
Say that because if you know how to do math, you my friend for sure. You the most creative person they know. Okay.
Think about it. If there was no math, then there was a lot of things that we would not have right now. But somebody had to sit down, look at a whole bunch of numbers, and then bam, I got a Mac. Like, you know, like there's so much creativity and people don't want to, or not, I'm not going to say they don't want to, but they don't realize that they're creative. And it's like, yeah, no, the fact that you sit and you write, even if you're just writing like stories or sentences, or you can write a paper, not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do hair and make it look good. Not everybody can design cute clothes. Like not everybody can get dressed and match. Like, and that's okay.
And it's like, crazy. It's crazy because everybody has their own lane in each of the things. Like you think that you're not creative, but guess what? Learning how to navigate out of problems, that requires creativity. Learning how to like talk your way in is creativity. Like there's so many different elements where sometimes your creativity is literally using your mouth and you're not singing, but it's, you know, like there's so many different bounds. Your body can be used as creativity, and don't y'all go there. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. Like, but at the end of the day,
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
But yeah, so that was a good movement, Seth. Thank you.
No, I mean, like just think about back when we were kids. It's like we all know that we creatively didn't obey. Our parents at some point. We kind of got creative with it. You know, like everyone experiments. You know, like even experimenting alone.
Running from the belt.
Yeah, shoot. Like.
Look how I creatively used to put on 2 pairs of pants, and I figured out what pair of pants would work whenever I got my boat and couldn't feel it. Like, yeah, Dad. If you watch it, I'm pretty sure you already knew.
Yeah. Like some of us creatively got out of relationships.
Ooh.
How'd you do that?
That's another episode.
You didn't just say, "Oh, we're done."
Look.
It's like there's all kinds of ways of being creative, man.
I know I was creative when I was young. My mom told me, because I used to have a heart murmur. So somehow I figured that out. And every time I got in trouble, I fake passed out to get out of trouble.
Oh, my goodness.
Used to pick up my heart murmur.
Oh, my goodness.
And like, when she go try to get some help, my cousin walking in and I get up laughing. And she's like, no, you faking right. Well, it lasted for a while till my mom caught me. But that's when I knew I'm like, this boy's good.
Oh, good.
I'm like, your mom got down here like,
she's like, I knew it.
I knew you was lying this whole time. Look. And this is so just real quick, because I know we're running out of time, but
what would you choose?
Look, there's also negative people use creativity in a negative way. And
true.
Yes, though we're talking about, you know, releasing negative emotions, people also use creativity to just be negative, which we kind of talked about earlier. But one of the ways that I was thinking about it is like lying. People are very creative with the lies that they have to come up with. And that is also a negative way to use creativity, because now you're no longer using it to be, you know, positively creative. but you're being like, it's almost like anti-creative because I'm making up stuff, but it's like being anti-creative because like now you're taking something that God used to build, to make things, you know, there we go, perverting the creativity by like doing things in a negative manner. So that just popped in my head real quick. So I was like, man,
my flesh is very creative.
Look,
when it knows what it wants to do,
it'll find a way to do it.
It's not supposed to do it. It will find a way. My flesh is like water. If it's in a cup for long enough, at some point it's gonna somehow get through the freaking cup. You know, it's just like, it's just crazy, man.
He was so emotional.
It's just like, how the heck did, you know, look.
What's that line you say in your song? But my flesh is my great walls in the song. That one?
Yeah. I said, by myself, I'm an evil nation. My army is wicked. I go inside, I slap, I pillage, and I turn it and twist it. I use it for my own advancements, for my own kingdom, all my kingdom. Haven't seen them, probably not, he's so small. Yeah, you keep going.
I just needed the last part.
The last part? Did I get there?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna speed it up. By myself, I'm an evil nation. My army is wicked. I go inside of I pillage and I turn it and twist it and use it for my own advancements, for my own kingdom. All my kingdom, haven't seen them, probably not. He's so small, but to me, he's so tall. And my flesh are my great walls, and my head, my kingdom hall, and my eyes are the gateway to my soul. But my heart is where it all falls. Where it all falls.
That part.
Ooh, okay. So now me, hold on, but we need to go back to what would y'all choose? What would y'all choose if you didn't have rap? What would you choose if you didn't have dance? What would you choose if you didn't have writing?
I would be a rapper.
Fact, I'm with you. I would be a beat maker.
Let's go. Look, you make my beats and I'm a rap. We got this.
Drop a hot 16.
Okay, so you're asking if I wasn't a rapper, what kind of creativity gift or art gift thingamajig what I would pick? Is that what you're asking? Mm-hmm. Oh Lord, I don't know.
You should do something you're not good at, like dancing.
Oh, I got one. No, that ain't good.
No, it's bad.
Hey, look, I never explained
it. I love you.
I can move.
You need to go out. Get out the thing.
I never claimed I could.
And now you just been negative.
Look, I've been trying to tell y'all since I've been
expressing ourselves. And that was very negative.
Look.
All right, what would you choose though? What would you choose?
I don't know.
He's dark skinned. Huh?
Okay, next. No.
I don't know.
Camille, what would you choose?
She already said it.
Oh, you did. Beat making.
Okay, so beat making is definitely one of them because I do that on my phone on GarageBand. Shout out to iPhone. Okay. And then, but honestly, I would race cars. Like I would drive. Like I would want to either learn how to work on cars or like be a fast sport. Like, yeah, I love cars. I don't know like the aesthetics, like, oh, it drives by, it's a Z14 with a splash of force, I don't know all that, but I just love the aesthetic of like really nice cars, old school cars, and I would like to learn how to work on it.
That's legit.
So what you're telling me is that you can fix my car and cook for me? Let's go. Yeah, let's do that.
Well, no, she wouldn't be able to cook anymore though. She would just be making cars and beats.
Yeah, I would. It would just go backwards, like no cooking.
Oh, okay. So well, fine. I got a dent in my car that you can look at if you want.
All right, AJ, Mariah, what you got?
So the thing that I would love to do is like I like being behind the scenes and stuff. I feel like I just don't like being like the front and like the center of attention. Like me and AJ are opposites. Like he like being the center of attention. I can't stand it. I really don't like it.
I do not.
But
I do not.
Anyway. So I like to see, like, I like to be like a part of like the way that things are made, like production, like video recording, sound system, like stuff like that, stuff that makes things go. Like I like seeing other people shine while I'm making it happen. So
okay.
Like, that I'm in the background making it happen. That's what I like to do.
Like that.
Okay.
Okay, I got mine.
Come on, Seth.
Y'all ready? I want to be a professional actor.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, did anybody else want to laugh in that moment?
Why? Why do you want to laugh? You see how you do me?
Because I'm acting.
Oh, yeah, acting. Look, look, no, check it out. I actually really like, even when I was a kid, I was like, dang, I wish I was in a TV show or a movie, you know. Yeah, I wanna act.
I want to be a model.
So, I can't make fun of you because you could look like you look like a model to me. I actually thought you were a model, and then when I found out that you weren't, I was like,
what? AJ, what's popping? AJ, what's popping? Because I think he might be in the doghouse for just 40 seconds. Go ahead.
That was a good comeback, Seth. Hard getting you. Good one.
Oh, it's raw over here. Oh, it's raw. Oh yeah.
That was wow.
When me and Nisha were dating. No, look, check it out. So there's like a few pictures that I had on my phone when me and her were dating, and when she was on her deployment in the military, and I would show my friends. I was like, "This is the girl I'm dating," and they'd be like, "Man, get out of here! You got that out of a magazine." I was like, "No, man, for real." Like literally, that happened like 5 times. They're like, "Man, stop lying and show me the real picture." I was like, "This is freaking her." So I was like, "Yeah." So apparently they didn't think that I was good enough. You know what I'm saying? They clearly thought that I was out of her league. You know, and so I was like, well, maybe I need to get more pictures of myself. You know, maybe I need to like, straighten myself up. So.
All right, AJ, go ahead. Spill the beans.
Mine is weird.
A dog whisperer?
So if I didn't have the creativity I have, I want to be in a cartoon.
That is not
okay,
right.
I can see that.
That's kind of acting, I think.
Like I would either want to replace SpongeBob or replace Ron.
Like Ron Stoppable?
Yeah, like replace
what?
him, but it'd be AJ Stoppable. So then that episode or that movie where he finally kissed Kim, that'd be me instead of him. And I knew it was gonna happen.
Y'all saw Mariah's face change. She was like,
okay.
She was like, Kim.
Oh, you want Kim?
Look, we ain't trying to hit Becky with the good hair right now. Let's get it together, AJ. Let's get it together.
AJ, I think me and you need to go take a walk, man. I think we're on the edge. We're on the edge tonight.
Oh my gosh.
I
love y'all so much.
That's almost making me question our next topic. Like, we'll hit that one though. That one's gonna happen.
I want to know what y'all said when you muted right now. What happened? I saw y'all mute.
I creatively express my frustration in a very respectful way.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, this is getting heated. I didn't expect this thing to go like this. It's getting heated over here.
Right.
You come with me. I'll be Ron and you can be Rufus. Okay?
I'm done.
Oh my
gosh. Well, on that note.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
On that note.
So,
yes.
However you creatively release your negativity, whether you're walking, throwing rocks, going to the beach, traveling, wherever you do.
Look in the mirror.
That's creative.
Look at yourself.
I guess. Is that creative?
Yeah. Just look at yourself and say, you can do anything you want to do.
Yes, you can. And you can.
Yeah.
That's facts.
What?
The challenge really would probably be.
He made the show. Make it more rap. That song was a hit.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Okay, mute your line. Right now. Period.
Bring us back, Camille. Bring us back.
Anyway, thank you. The biggest challenge that you can definitely take away from today is 1, be authentically you, create in different ways, challenge yourself to do something that you've never done before, and challenge yourself to be better at what you already do. So being creative is a release for a lot of people. Find your niche, find your out, find your way with the things that you need to, because we all have things that we have to get out some way or another. We don't condone violence. We do not condone hostile environments to get it out unless it's in a controlled environment, like boxing, you go to the rage karate, rage room on the way, like all of these different things. But you guys, just mainly be creative, stay yourself, and get it all out, honey. Come on now.
That part.
Get it on out.
So look, check this out. We will be back here again on Facebook Live September 25th. See, I got the date this time so that way you can remember instead of saying not this Friday, but the Friday after that. But I still wanted to say it, so I said it. But that Friday is September 25th at 7:30 p.m. Arizona time. Okay? So 7:30 p.m. And the topic for next week, we are going to continue talking about creativity. This one is going to be the gift that speaks, giving a voice to the creative artist. So as you all can see, if you didn't catch it today, all of us on this line are creative artists in some way, shape, or form.
So are you.
Yes, and so are you. So come on with us at 7:30. Bring your questions. We really want to just like dive in, have good conversation, have good dialogue. Thank you all who have been tuning in so far. Quick shout out moment, because you know a couple more people hopped on and I didn't get to say hello. But hey, Lori, thank you for hopping on. We're really happy to see you on here this evening. Noemi, she just been going in with us since we started. So thank you, girl, for all the commentary.
She photography to that question, y'all.
Oh yeah,
she do photography.
Yeah, she said she do.
Yeah.
She said she do photography.
Well, come take our pictures, honey. I'm ready.
Look, she will. Don't play. That's my girl.
I'm serious. Inbox me, sis.
Look, we'll set some up. I'm gonna hit you up after this, girl. All right. So, but yeah. So anyway, with that being said, I hope all y'all got that. Did y'all get the message? Did y'all see the little message in the corner?
Yes.
Okay, because we about to do that right now.
Count down.
I don't know. Should we count down or should we just do it?
Wow, shoot.
Look, we'll just say we enjoyed you. We love you. We thank you for your support. And never forget, it's a smooth.
Hey. And on that note, we got something that we would like to introduce to you.
It's the great reveal.
The great reveal. Of our new logo.
Look at that. It's nice and shiny.
And on that note, we will see you on the 25th.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Love y'all.
All right, here we go. Sorry, it broke.
It broke. The new logo broke already.
The video is not playing.
It's playing, but no audio.
But it's playing with no audio, so.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. Oh.
Yeah.
But it's okay, because you guys got to see the logo, but next week we got you with audio.
You know, this is becoming a new segment.
It is.
Right.
But
no
is
ending.
the video gonna play? I don't know. We'll find out today.
Oh.
Hey. So, I got it. All right, we got y'all.
So cold. Yep. Jesus hit him with that stunner like he's stone cold. Then I raised from the tomb into some royalty that's rose gold. We gotta have your foot on the accelerator. Going up. We gotta have your foot on the accelerator. Going up. We came in with no reservation. Came in with no hesitation. Came in with no medication. But we left with all the validation in the room. Once I was done, we dropped the mic, then we dip like vroom.
And on that note,
Adios.
thank you for tuning in with the creatives.
Bye.